Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to talk about how to generate sales without running ads for your med spa. So just to hop right into it here, quick disclaimer for this video, this isn't going to be for providers who are brand new, who are looking for an inexpensive way to get new customers. This is going to be for the clinics and providers who already have a database of past customers that they've worked with. So you are an established business. This also isn't a replacement for running ads. The strategies I'll share in this video are a great addition to what you're currently doing to get a quick cash injection in your business, which you can then reinvest into paid ads or into other forms of marketing, or it's just a way that you can consistently get cash flow into your business so that you can just enjoy the extra revenue in your business. So let's just continue on here. Who is more likely to do business with you? So if I were to pose this question, who is more likely to do business with you? And I presented two types of people to you. The first one is someone who is a complete stranger and they've never heard of you before. And the second person is someone who has done business with you and enjoyed their experience when they were doing it. Who would you say is more likely to actually purchase something from you and why? So if I gave you a stranger and a past client here, who would be more likely to purchase something from you? Now, obviously, the obvious answer here is the person who has already come in, enjoyed their experience, and purchased something from you as compared to a complete stranger. But the reason why is because people do business with people that they know, like, and trust. So this is a marketing concept called the know, like, trust factor. And it essentially says that the more that someone knows, likes, and trusts you, the more likely it is that they are willing to do business with you or build a business relationship with you to come in to buy your products or services. And so who knows, likes, and trusts you the most out of anyone in the world? And it is your past clients. I would argue that your past clients even know, like, and trust you more than your friends and family do, because your past clients have already indicated with their dollars that they are willing to spend money on the types of things that you provide. And so they are typically the ones that trust you the most, assuming that you gave them a good experience. If you had someone come in and you gave them a terrible experience, then your trust level is probably pretty low with that person. But just to kind of show you an illustration of this, you have an absolute stranger, their know, like, and trust is very low with you, but then your past clients, they have a very high know, like, and trust with you, so they are more likely to continue to do business with you. Now, like I said in that other example, if you had a past client with a terrible experience, then they probably know you, maybe they like you as a person, but they don't trust you at all, so their trust meter here would be very low. But let's just, for the sake of this example, pretend that your past clients, you gave them an incredible experience, they loved coming in, they got results with the treatments that you provided to them, they probably know, like, and trust you to a strong degree. So for that reason, you are likely sitting on a gold mine. So many clinics, so many med spas and aesthetic providers are sitting on a gold mine and don't even realize it. You may have a massive database of hundreds or even thousands of past customers that you haven't spoken to in months or years. I recently started working with a client and they've been in business for I think over 10 years, and they had a database of over like 14,000 people that have either become a lead or came in and purchased something from them at one point or another. And they weren't reaching out to any of those people ever, right? So they had 14,000 people that had their know, like, and trust pretty much maxed out with them, and they weren't ever talking to them, right? And so this is what the gold mine looks like that's probably sitting underneath your business, right? So let's take an example scenario. Let's say that you've been in business for several years and you have worked with 1,000 total clients. You put together an irresistible offer, so $3,000 worth of treatments for only $997, exclusive for your past clients only. You send a text blast out to your database, and let's say that conservatively only 1% of people actually take you up on your offer, right? So let's just use small numbers here. Congrats, you just discovered $9,970 that was just sitting inside your business and you paid $0 to get it, right? Because if we have our 1,000 total clients and only 1% of people say, yep, I would like to take you up on that offer, that's 10 people that just paid you $997, right? And of course, those are low numbers. Like, more realistically, your response rate when you're reaching out to people is probably going to be much higher because, again, these are people that recognize your business name, they understand who you are, so your response rate is going to be much higher. And if you are good at doing this and you implement this effectively, the strategies that I'll talk about here, then you'll probably have a high take rate on it as well. And a lot of people will want to move forward with you if you kind of engineer things in the right way. So there are really only two ways to make more money in your med spa. And the two ways to make more money in your med spa are to get more customers, right? Or to make your customers worth more to you as a business. And so you can really only get more customers in three different ways. So you can run paid ads, right? And paid ads can take the form, every single one of these three forms has an offline and an online version. So for example, running paid ads, you could run Facebook ads, Instagram ads, TikTok ads, but the offline versions would be print ads, right? So you could get, something published in a magazine or something like that. that. You could do print ads, TV, radio ads, right? There's all sorts of different versions here. The second way that you can get more customers is by creating content. So again, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok content, etc. You could also get things published locally, so local publications, and then doing outreach. Okay, so you wouldn't necessarily directly reach out to potential customers or clients as a med spa, but you could do a flyer campaign. You could send out direct mail to people, the highest income neighborhoods in your area. You could also do cold email or cold DMs to potential partners in your local area. So let's say you're a med spa and you partner with a local gym or something like that, and then you tell that local gym like, hey, for every client you send our way, we'll give you X amount of kickback, and then we expect the same in return, right? And so those are really the only three ways that you can get new clients or new customers into your business. So advertising of some sort, creating and posting content of some sort, and then doing outreach of some sort. So the second way here is making your customers worth more. And you really can only make your customers worth more by getting them to come back, right? To getting them to come back again and getting them to purchase higher ticket items. Those are the only two ways that you can make your customers worth more. And we'll focus on the latter for this video. So I'm going to share some specific strategies on how you can make your customers worth more. And so just as a quick side note, this is why memberships are so powerful as a med spa or aesthetic provider. I know that a lot of med spas have like a membership option kind of as like on the back burner. They don't really take it all that seriously. They don't push it that hard. It's just kind of there if people want it. But memberships are so powerful. It's a lot easier to get past customers to buy again than it is to get new customers to buy for the first time. And so most med spas, the typical ascension kind of looks like, okay, we're going to run some kind of initial promo on Groupon or Facebook or TikTok or, whatever it is. From there, people see the initial promotion, and then we're going to immediately try to sell them some kind of treatment plan that's $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, whatever it is, and then we're done from there, right? That's the end of the relationship. That's the end of the conversation. So like initial $97 promotion, and then we immediately try to upsell them into something that is $2,497, so a $2,497 treatment plan of some sort. If you are successful in selling the treatment plan in this case, which by the way, it's going to be hard if you're making a jump from $97 to $2,497, that's a pretty steep hill that you have to climb. The total revenue that you generated from this customer is $2,594, right? And if you never talk to them again, that is the most that you will ever generate from that individual. Ideally, what we want to be doing instead is we want to have some kind of initial promotion, and then from the initial promotion, move to a middle ticket item. And then from the middle ticket item, we can try to upsell into a treatment plan from there. And then from the treatment plan, we can downsell into continuity, which continuity essentially means a membership of some sort or something where people are paying on a consistent basis. So in this scenario, we would have our $97 initial promo. And then let's say we try to get people to buy something that's $497 after that. After the $497, we upsell to a treatment plan that's $24.97, and then we downsell to a membership that is $199 a month, right? In this scenario, within the first year, we are collecting $54.79 from this same individual. So that's nearly, that is double, right? That's more than double what you would be collecting in this first scenario. And that's only in the first year. If you really do a good job and your membership is great, that person is going to come back in the next year and they're going to pay $199 a month for the next year as well. And so that's another, whatever that would be, $2,400 that you would collect from one customer. And so that is why this is such a powerful thing and why memberships are so powerful in the first place. But let's just say as an example here, your goal is $1 million in revenue in a single year. We're talking in this scenario where you're making $54.79 from a customer in any given year. We're talking only needing 185 customers as compared to needing 385 customers in this scenario where you are going from initial promo directly to treatment plan. And so not only is this an easier hill to climb because you're making it easier for people to move on to the next item, but you're also in the long run collecting more revenue if you can just be patient and kind of allow people to go through that process. And this is why equal focus should be put on making your customers worth more rather than just focusing all the time on getting more and more customers. A lot of times we get into this mindset where it's like, okay, I just need more customers. We need more Groupon offers, more Facebook ads, more ads in other places. We need to be posting more content. But at a certain extent, it makes more sense to put equal or more effort into making your clients or customers worth more to you as a business than it does to try to just get more and more people, right? And so that's kind of the idea that we want to focus on here. So how do you discover the hidden revenue sitting inside your business right now? So I'm going to share one quick and easy strategy for you in this video. Step one would be to keep a detailed CRM database. And so basically I'll go through all the steps and then explain how they all work together, but just stick with me for this. A CRM database. So a CRM is just a customer relationship management database. So it's a place where you can store your customers or your clients' information. It's essential that every single lead and client that shows interest in your business in some way or another is stored somewhere. So my preference is Go High Level just because that's what I use. But I know there's MindBody, there's Fresha, there's all sorts of different CRMs where essentially your customer or your client's information is stored in a place. Ideally, you want to track these 5 things on every single client or lead that comes in the door. What offer or service did they show interest in? Notes on any pain points that they mentioned, their past experiences with other treatments, what their desired outcomes are, appointment or purchase history. So just keep in mind, like, keep notes on when they're actually coming in or what did they buy, the last time they visited, and then also the last time that you communicated with them. If you are keeping a detailed CRM database, and it seems like it's a really tedious thing to do, but you'll see very quickly in a second here why it's so important to do. Step 2 is to segment your customers. So in other words, what you want to do is you want to look at all of the data that you've collected on the clients and the customers that have come in and purchased something from you in the past, and you want to group them by their common interests, their pain points, their past experiences, their purchase history, etc. Right? So let's say, for example, we have 400 contacts in your database that all came in for an introductory CryoSkin offer. We can group all those people together, and then we automatically know that those 400 people were interested in body contouring or body sculpting at one point, right? Most CRMs, so like for example, Go High Level, MindBody, etc., most of them have filters that allow you to do this in just a couple clicks. So I could just filter contacts that have the keyword of CryoSkin on it, for example. From there, step 3 would be to develop a mid-ticket offer for each one of these segments. So I would define a mid-ticket offer as anything between $500 all the way up to $2,000 on the high end. We're kind of crossing over into the higher ticket arena when we're up towards $2,000. So maybe like $500 up to like $1,000 or $1,500 is probably a better range there. And so what we want to do is we want to develop an offer for each one of those segments that is relevant and makes sense for them. And so the way that you develop that offer, a simple formula you can use is to provide 30 to 50% savings on a treatment or a package of some sort, include 1 to 3 bonuses with a little bit of scarcity and urgency, and then include a reason why. Let me show you an exact example of what that could look like. So let's say that you have a segment of clients who have purchased a discounted CryoSkin treatment. So they came in for like an introductory $149 CryoSkin treatment. And then from there, what you could do is you could group those customers together and then send them an offer of 5 CryoSkin slimming treatments for just $879. It's regularly $1750. The bonuses that you're including are a mini cryofacial for the first 10 people. And you're also including a post-care guide, a $200 gift card towards your, and a $200 gift card towards your other skin treatments. And then your reason why can be literally anything. It can be to celebrate the start of summer. You just got a brand new device. You're feeling generous, to celebrate 10 years in business, etc., etc. It really doesn't matter what the reason why is, but it is important to have one, just so that it looks like the promotion has a purpose, right? So you want to create a mid-ticket offer that makes sense for every single segment that you can create. So if you have people that showed interest in skin treatments, group them together, send them out something that is related to the skin. If you had people come in for a face treatment in particular, group them together and send them a mid-ticket offer that has to do with the face. You kind of get the point there. Step 4 is to create permission-based text templates. So let me explain what I mean here. Do not just start randomly calling your past clients out of the blue and say, hey, we have this incredible offer. Would you like to buy it? Most people don't like to pick up the phone if they don't recognize the number in the first place. You can get away with like calling and then leaving a voicemail. However, most people don't like getting called out of the blue. And so I would just avoid doing that in this circumstance, just so that you can keep the relationship strong with your past clients or customers. You don't want to ruin or tarnish those relationships. And so what I would do instead of just randomly calling people is text them and ask for permission to tell them about your offer. So instead of just going, boom, here's this big wall of text about all of the different things in this crazy good offer that we just came up with, instead you're going to ask them permission if you can send them more information. So for example, the best case scenario for this intro text would be to say something like, hey, John, it's 123 Med Spa. It's been 6 months since you came in for your cryoskin facial. We hope that you're loving the results. By the way, like, we're running this start of summer special. We put together our whatever the name of the offer is with $500 worth of bonuses. Would you want us to send over the details? And you would be surprised, like, especially with your past clients or customers that have purchased something from you in the past, you're going to get a lot of people saying, sure, go ahead, send over the details, because really there's nothing to lose to say yes to this, right? The next best scenario here, this is like super personalized. You might have to put in a little bit of like effort into really keeping track of good data. If your data isn't as good in your CRM, then the next best that you could do is just say like, hey, name, it's 123 Med Spa. Because of our big reason why here, we put together our offer with $500 of bonuses. Would you want me to send the details? So you can see this is a little bit more personalized. This is a little bit less, but it'll still work. Notes here, personalized is better, right? So the more personalized this can be, the more it seems like it's coming from a real human that's just like thinking you want it to be like, oh, we were just thinking of you, right? We know you came in for this other thing. We were just thinking of you, wanted to see if you were interested in this. That's how you kind of want it to feel. And this is why detailed CRMs are so important. The more details you keep, and the more notes you keep on every single person that comes in the door, the better these offers are going to be and the higher they're going to convert. Step 4 is to explain the offer and pitch a call. So you want to create a short explanation. This is another text template that you would create of the offer that you created. And essentially all you really want to do is just stack the value of what they're getting with all of the different bonuses. And so this isn't exactly how the text would look here, but just to kind of give you an idea of what main points we would be trying to explain to people. So if someone says, yep, please send me over the details, I'm interested in that offer, then you would want to send them a text that explains, here's what you're getting and how the treatment works. Here's the amazing discount that we're giving, however many people. On top of that, here's all the incredible bonuses. This specific bonus is only for the first 10 people. Would you be open to a quick call to see if you qualified? And so the next step is to pitch a call. You can frame this as, would you be open to for a quick call to see if you qualify? Would you be open for a quick call so that we can explain more of the details, etc., right? You just kind of want to make the next step to get on a call with you or your team. You don't just want to go straight for the pitch, like, are you available to come in on Monday at 3? It's a little bit too much. It's much better to start with that phone consultation. You can also kind of solidify the relationship that way as well. And then step 5 is to just send out the text blasts. So now that you have text templates for each one of those segments and each one of those mid-ticket offers that you created, you can just start sending those out. Most CRMs will allow you to do this. For example, Go High Level, you can pretty much just upload a text and put the little custom variables in there, like first name and whatever they came in for last. And then you can make it so that it sends a text out every 5 minutes or 10 minutes, or it kind of just like drips them out over the day or over time. And so most CRMs will allow you to do this, but just start sending texts out to people. And then just to finish this up, so basically the way that this would round out is you would start getting responses from people saying, yes, send me the details. You would send them over that blast, asking them the next text in this sequence. You would send them over, and then they would say, sure, I'm open to getting on a call. You would go through the motions of figuring out what time is best for them to get on a call. You would call them, and then you would set the appointment just like you would in any other circumstance. And if you collect a deposit or a card on file, in this scenario, I guess it would make the most sense for a deposit since they were a past client. If you collect a deposit, do so. I would recommend doing that, and then fulfill on the things that you promised, and that's that, right? This is really great because you can pretty much tell people exactly what the price is before they come in. I would not recommend doing that in the scenario where you are marketing to brand new people that have never heard of your business before. But since these individuals have heard of your business and they kind of have a good understanding of what the pricing typically is for these types of treatments, it's okay to be a little bit more upfront on price in this scenario. Just some final notes to round out this video here. The end goal is to upsell a treatment plan or downsell a membership, or both. So we're not just trying to get a quick cash injection with these mid-ticket items. Ultimately, we want to get people back in the door so that we can continue the relationship beyond that point. Because at the end of the day, a mid-ticket item, you're not going to get crazy rich off of getting a bunch of people to come in for a $879 offer or something like that. The real money is going to be made on the upsell, where you can get people in for a treatment plan beyond that point. Or if you can get them onto a membership, that's also great, because then you have recurring revenue in your business, which is a good feeling. Low ticket offers are great for leads that didn't end up coming in. So let's say, for example, you ran ads on Facebook and you have you generated 100 leads, and 80 of those 100 leads showed interest, but they didn't end up coming in for whatever reason. They stopped responding. You could create a low ticket offer. I would usually say that a low ticket offer is somewhere between like $40 all the way up to like $500. You could create a low ticket offer and send it out to people that have never done business with you before. And that's a great way to reactivate dead leads. But then mid ticket offers are great for everyone else. So if someone has already come in for something low ticket, or they've come in for a treatment plan before, or they've come in for literally anything, sending a mid ticket offer is great for those types of people. Quick reminder, people do not like to be sold, so it's better to build rapport by educating over the phone or over the text that you send out to people. And so if it just seems completely salesy and you're just trying to like basically get the sale, and that's how it kind of seems, instead of seeming like, hey, we're just trying to do you a favor, then people are going to feel repelled to that, right? But if instead you focus on building rapport and educating, so when you say, hey, do you want more details, and people say yes, spend some time explaining, like 1 to 2 sentences max, like how the treatment works, why it's beneficial, why you thought of them in particular, and why you think they should get it, essentially. But you build rapport by educating, and you destroy rapport by selling. And so keep that in mind. Try to educate as much as you possibly can in the text, and then also over the phone. And then this works especially well when you are already sending a newsletter or active on social media, etc. Right? So just imagine two scenarios. The first scenario is you come in, you get a treatment from a med spa, and then you don't hear from them for 3 months, and then all of a sudden they just send you another blast, or they send you a random text saying, hey, we have this crazy good deal. That can work. Like, I wouldn't recommend not doing it if that's the case. But imagine a second scenario where you come in, you get a treatment from a med spa, and then every week you get a newsletter from them with a ton of valuable information on how to improve your skin or whatever. You follow them on social media and they post all this great content, and then you get a text from that person. The likelihood that you'll get a response is much higher, because you're just staying top of mind more often for that person. Whereas in the first scenario, you're not doing that as much. So that is all I have for this video. I would recommend implementing this probably once every quarter or so at the most. You don't want to drive your clients crazy. That's, if you send out blasts all the time with all these offers, that's one way to get people to unsubscribe and never do business with you ever again. But I would recommend doing this at least once a quarter, because then you can, like I said before, kind of find that hidden revenue that's already sitting inside of your business. And then you can use that revenue to reinvest into paid ads or other marketing platforms, or you can just enjoy that revenue in your business. So I hope this video is helpful.